Greetings and maximum respect to everybody that's tuning in right now to view this video, and to all those that have been supporting me through the recent events that have transpired across my various social media accounts on different platforms. Now, before I get into what this whole video is about, I would just like to firstly say that this is in no way, shape or form a criticism of the way Facebook or Instagram or any of these companies run or secure their data. In fact, I do believe that they're quite secure. Many people all over the world every day are putting their data into it. I'm talking credit cards and all different types of personal information. And you know, they're secure and safe. It's just unfortunate that once in a while, you know, something happens and you get these type of errors, and I believe that this is one of those errors. So I would just like to make that clear right now from the beginning. Also, this is not, as I said, a criticism video, but this is more of a call for support or more seeking a resolution. As I did over the past 5 days, explore different avenues of trying to express my frustration to the various companies involved. But unfortunately, I have been unsuccessful, so this is the means that I found to be most effective for me, so bear with me as I take you through it. Now, I'll begin with a little bit of information of who I am. My name is Menelik Nesta Gibbons, but professionally on the stage, I am known as Don Dada. I'm a multi-platinum recording artist based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm also a radio host on 2 online radio stations. One that's a show that happens every Thursday, a reggae show from 5 to 7 p.m. South African time, and the second is a hip-hop show that takes place from 6 to 8 p.m. South African time every Friday. Now, above and beyond all of that, I also do quite a lot of humanitarian work, building communities, working with you know, children, underprivileged children, trying to do skills development and build you know, people's what's the term that I'm looking for? And build people's confidence, build children's confidence so that they can enter the world on equal footing to other children. So that's something that I take very serious, and these are the type of things that if you had to go through my social media pages, this is the content that you would be seeing, mixed in with a little bit of prayer, of course. That's the type of content that you'd be seeing. Now, to take you guys back to what my whole issue is, about 2 weeks ago, I had done an event with a young drummer by the name of Dada Page, who was attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the longest drumming session ever. Non-stop drumming, 12 hours, and he asked me to participate in it. And of course, I jumped on board. I mean, not only is it a great opportunity as an artist for you to promote your works and to get your sound out there, but Dano as an individual is quite a good friend of mine, and I really love spending time with the young man. So for me, it was a no-brainer to take part in the event. So we proceeded to take part in this event, and as I usually do with every event I take part in, I stream it live across my various platforms. I'm talking Facebook, pictures on Instagram, you know, that type of thing. Now, after the event was completed, you know, I started getting messages from Facebook saying that I was in breach of community standards, and I was forced to verify my account. Now, the thing that confused me quite a bit is that my page is on Facebook, for anyone that may know. Don Dada Music is my fan page, and that page has been open for about a decade. And my personal page, Menelik Nesta Gibbons, has also been open for, well, just as long, if not even longer. So these are very well-established pages. I've been working on them for majority of my career, and the one that I'm particularly going to focus on at a later stage will be my fan page, because this is so instrumental to the building of my brand. This is where I found so many of my opportunities that have taken me all over the globe and linked me with artists all over the globe to do different collaborations and different types of works. So that page for me is basically my bloodline when it comes to my company, which is Rough Cut Studios. Now, after I was receiving these warnings of verification, I was very confused because my fan page, Don Dada Music, is actually a verified page. Now, if you've ever been through the process to verify a Facebook page, you would know that it's a very stringent process. It requires official identification from your government. So I'm talking about an ID or in passport. It requires so many things that I went through, and I passed, and I received my blue badge with the blue tick, and it was quite a joyous occasion. So to now be receiving emails saying that I had infringed community guidelines or community standards, and that my account was in need of verification, I was already quite confused about what's going on, because as I said, I'd been through the stringent process. But nevertheless, I decided, let me go online, have a look and see what's happening to my page. Maybe there's something that's dropped on my personal page, or maybe on the fan page, a little link, the notification that they could have sent, that I just go and I click and I verify it, and it's business as usual. So that's how I took it. Unfortunately, on Sunday, when I opened up, today is Thursday, so 5 days ago, when I opened up my Facebook account, I was shocked to find that my Facebook account had actually been deactivated. It had been suspended completely. I could not view my account. Whatever I had posted and shared with other people within my musical fraternity, or even just family members from my personal page, they could not view that either. And it had a post that was saying that either it was deleted by the owner of the page, or the posts were in violation of community standards. Again, a bit confusing for me. As I said earlier, I mentioned the type of content that you'd see on my page. It's my music that I own 100%. It's also my music, the radio show content that I do myself as a radio presenter. The stations I work for do pay royalties. And finally, as I said, a little bit of prayers, and I don't think that you could be so offended with prayers that Facebook would ban you. So for me, it was quite weird. I didn't think Facebook had banned me. I immediately thought perhaps somebody had complained about my pages, or I don't know, I had a million thoughts going through my head. And until today, I'm very unclear onto what has led to these accounts being suspended. But nevertheless, I tried to go through as many official processes as I could to communicate with Facebook and find out what was happening. Now, at the same time, I tried to log into my Instagram account, and I found that my Instagram account was also deactivated. Now, that was even more confusing for me, because I thought, okay, this is a Facebook issue. It's not going across platforms. But apparently it was going across platforms. This was now on 2 different social media platforms where I was suspended at the same time, saying that I'm in breach of community standards. So I really did, like I said, it's the social media pages are the bloodline of my company. It's the bloodline of my career. And so I was really stunned, shocked, and tried to take immediate and swift action as I could. Now, the first thing that I did try and do is to have my family members and friends that I know try and contact Facebook on my behalf through their applications and communicate that there's something going on with my page. I don't think that it worked well. The reason I would say so is because I was not communicated from Facebook or or Instagram to say that they had received any of those things. So I don't believe that they received them. Secondly, I went online and I found the Facebook offices in Johannesburg, South Africa, in Bryanston. And I personally drove over there. I went with my platinum certificates from the recording industry of South Africa. I went with my identification document. I went with everything to verify who I am professionally and as a person. Unfortunately, when we arrived there, I was informed that at the beginning of lockdown, the Facebook offices had taken the decision to have all people work from home, and therefore there was nobody in the offices, so again, nobody to communicate with. I began getting more and more desperate, so my next step of action was to go and communicate with people on different different influences on different platforms such as Twitter, and this is where I got my best results. Now, after various attempts to communicate with Facebook, finally I received a message from Facebook in my email, and the message read, it was an apology stating that my page had been reactivated and that everything had taken place by accident, and they apologized for everything that had transpired. I went online to verify what they had said, and yes, my personal page that has a following of a limit of 5,000 people, and then 2.7k additional followers on top of that. That page was back being active. My company's page, Rough Cut Studios, was back being active. But unfortunately, the page, and Instagram, excuse me, and Instagram was also back online. Unfortunately though, the page that mattered the most to me, my lifeblood, the Don Dada music page, has been nowhere to be seen, and until today, we have not had any communication as to what is taking place, and is it still being reviewed? Is my page going to be returned to me? It's a bit of a digital limbo. Now, you know, I asked a couple people that I know within the musical fraternity that have had similar experiences with these pages, and you know, I've received numerous answers. I've been told about, you know, perhaps there's hackers who are trying to take over your page and rebrand it and use it for their own ideas. I was also told that once Facebook removes a page, it's notoriously difficult to have a page reinstated and verified, especially if you create a new page. They do not re-verify you once you have been verified once. As I say, this is all hearsay and opinions that I've heard from various people, so I'm not going to say that it's the solemn truth, but this is the information that I've been told. And hence now for this video, because Facebook, I really need your guys' assistance. I really need your assistance. Since the 5 days that my page has been down, the Don Dada music page, I have lost 2 serious contracts. I have lost auditions where people have accepted me for things, but all that was pending was to check my social media influence, and my page with my 50,000 plus followers is no longer active. My influence is no longer as strong as it used to be. I have lost contracts. I am desperate, and I'm pleading with you guys for your help and your assistance, because I do know that as the people that created Facebook, you have all of the resources to assist me. Now, I understand that at certain points, especially in the digital realm, it is very difficult to sometimes repopulate or to make something magically reappear once it has been lost. So I would love to find a workaround. A couple ideas that I was just thinking about would be perhaps we could work together in a fashion where we create a new page, and Facebook can help me with all of the tools that they have for marketing and so on to repopulate and to get it back onto its feet. Not to get it further than it was, but just to get me right back to where I was in the first place. Because, you know, as I said, as an artist, this is my lifeblood. And ever since the lockdown of COVID, which we were talking about a year of being in the house without any performances, any shows, the only work that we have been getting has been our digital works on all of these platforms. And now that that platform is gone for me, I've lost that as well. So it's perhaps you could call it a double lockdown of sorts. So I'm pleading with somebody at Facebook, anybody that is willing to assist me, please. As I said, I'm not placing the blame on anybody. I know that your guys' methods of securing data are the most technologically advanced, and you take the utmost care to look after the entire database. And therefore, as one of the people on the database, I request that you assist me to recover my page and my career. That's your boy Don Dada, Menelik Gibbons. Please guys, Menelik Gibbons, Don Dada, please remember the face, the name, because the verification thing, I can't be doing it all the time. Please guys, Instagram, please, if you could help me with the verification of that as well, because I believe that if I had to submit all of these documents to verify who I am, to get the page reinstated, I should be able to have my blue tick on my page as a humanitarian, a radio host, an artist, a social figure. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you have a blessed weekend. I'm not sure whenever you're watching it, but much love and respect. Boom!